What's up, YouTube? This is Devonslate123 bringing you more General Manager mode for Season 2 of SmackDown's General Manager mode. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright, Raw's show rating for the night was 4 stars. The first match was a Tables Fatal 4-Way where Teixeira beat Mark Henry, Abyss, and Diesel. That was half a star. Next was a Fatal 4-Way match where Robert beat Ashley, William Regal, and Alex, and that was 1 star. Next was the Ladders Fatal 4-Way where Finlay beat Shawn Michaels, the Great Khali, and MVP, and that was 2.5 stars. Next was a 6-man normal tag where Rey Mysterio, Batista, and Shad lost to Edge, Elijah Burke, and Rick Rude, and that was 3 stars. And the main event was a WWE Championship Steel Cage match where Stone Cold lost to Carlito, and that was 4 stars. They moved into ECW, and it was 4 stars for the night. The first match was a triple threat where Kashi beat Thomas and Marcus Corvon. That was half a star. Next was a hardcore single manager with manager where Sabu and Jeff Hardy lost to Mr. Kennedy and Gabriel, and that was 2.5 stars. Next was a hardcore single no manager with manager where Matt Hardy beat Gregory Helms and Snitsky. That was 2.5 stars. Next was a handicap tag on trio where The Rock and Roddy Piper lost to Randy Orton, Bobby Lashley, and JTG, and that was 3.5 stars. And the final match was the First Blood match where CM Punk lost to The Undertaker, and that was 3.5 stars. Then we move into SmackDown for the week, and it was overall 4 stars. The first match was a Cruiserweight Championship Singles where Johnny Nitro beat Terry Funk, and that was 3.5 stars. Next was a Handicap 1-on-2 where Triple H lost to King Booker and Chavo Guerrero. That was 3.5 stars. Next was a Singles No Manager where John Cena lost to Bret Hart. That was 4 stars. Next was a United States Championship Steel Cage match where Mick Foley beat Ric Flair. That was 4 stars. And the main event was the WWE Tag Team Championship Steel Cage Tornado Tag match where Kane and the Sandman lost to Chris Masters and Umaga, and that was 4 stars. Then we move into the next week for May, and first night for Raw, which is the 6th. And the show rating was 4 stars. The first match was a tag team tag where Ashley, Teixeira, and Diesel beat the Great Khali, William Regal, and Alex, and that was 1 star. Next was a hardcore single where Matt Hardy beat Mark Henry, and that was 2.5 stars. Next was a handicap 1-on-3 where Batista lost to Elijah Burke, Shad, and Finlay, 3 stars. Next was a singles no manager where Stone Cold lost to Rick Rude, that was 3 stars. And the main event was a World Tag Team Championship Steel Cage match where Rey Mysterio and Carlito beat Shawn Michaels and Edge, and that was 4 stars. Next we're moving to ECW, and that was 4 stars. The first match was 1.5 star, I don't know why. Next was a 2 star, I have no idea why. Next was the Tables Fatal 4-Way where Kashi, it's not showing the match ratings or the wins, but 2.5 stars. Next was a 3.5 stars 6-man normal tag, and the main event was 3.5 stars tables, ladder, and chairs match. So yeah, ECW's weird like that. Next for SmackDown was 3.5 stars, and the first match was the tag team normal tag where Umaga and Chris Masters beat Sandman and Kane. That was 3.5 stars. Next was a singles match where Ric Flair lost to Mick Foley. That was 3.5 stars. Next was a submission match where Bret Hart beat John Cena. That was 4 stars. Next was a singles match where Terry Funk lost to Johnny Nitro. 3.5 stars. And the main event was a hardcore single match where Triple H beat Chavo Guerrero and King Booker. That was 3.5 stars. Then we move into the next week, the 13th, and Raw's show rating was 3 stars. Didn't have match 1. Match 2 was 1 star, and it was an elimination tag where Ashley, Robert, and Diesel lost to Mark Henry, William Regal, and Alex. Next was Tables, Ladders, and Chairs Tornado Tag match where Matt Hardy and Teixeira beat the Great Khali and MVP, 2 stars. Next was a 6-man normal tag match where Batista, Shad, and Rick Rude lost to Edge, Elijah, and Finlay. That was 3 stars. The main event was a World Tag Team Elimination Tag match where Shawn Michaels and Stone Cold beat Rey Mysterio and Carlito, and that was 3.5 stars. Next we're moving to ECW. That was 3 stars, didn't have match 1. Match 2 was half a star, and it was First Blood where Gabriel beat Thomas. Next was a singles no manager match where Kashi lost to Kenny Dykstra, and that was 1 star. Next was an elimination tag where Sabu, Mr. Kennedy, and Marcus Corvon beat Bobby Lashley, Gregory Helms, and Snitsky, so it was 2.5 stars. And the main event was 6-man normal tag match where The Rock, Roddy Piper, and CM Punk beat Undertaker, JTG, and Jeff Hardy. That was 3.5 stars. Then we move into SmackDown, and it was 4 stars. The first match was a singles match where Randy Orton and Umaga beat Sandman and Kane, 3 stars. Next was a singles match where Triple H beat King Booker and Chavo, 3.5 stars. Next was a United States Championship single match where Ric Flair regained the United States Championship, 4 stars. Next was a singles no manager match where Johnny Nitro beat Terry Funk, 3.5 stars. And the main event was a submission singles match where John Cena beat Bret Hart, and that was 4.5 stars. Then we move into our pay-per-view for SmackDown Judgment Day, and it was 5 stars. The first match was a United States Championship First Blood match where Ric Flair beat Mick Foley, and that was 4.5 stars. Next was a Cruiserweight Championship ladder match where Johnny Nitro retained the Cruiserweight Championship against Terry Funk, and that was 4.5 stars. Next was a WWE Tag Team Elimination Tag match for the WWE Championship, and Sami and Kane beat Umaga and Randy Orton. That was 3.5 stars. Next was a Last Man Standing match where Triple H beat King Booker. That was 4 stars. And the main event was a World Heavyweight Championship Iron Man match where Bret Hart beat John Cena to gain the World Heavyweight Championship, and that was 5 stars. So then we move into Raw for the 20th, and it was 4 stars for the rating. The first match was a tag team match where Ashley and Tashira beat William Regal and Alex. That was 1 star. Next was a steel cage match where Batista beat Robert and Matt Hardy, and that was 2 stars. Excuse me. Next was a handicap where Shad lost to Finlay, Khali, and Mark Henry, and that was 2.5 stars. Next was a WWE Championship submission match where Rey Mysterio beat Carlito. That was 3.5 stars. And the main event was a Hardcore Tornado Tag match where Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels beat Elijah Burke and Rick Rude, and that was 3.5 stars. Then we go to ECW, and its rating was 3.5 stars. Didn't have match 1. Match 2 was a steel cage triple threat pin and give up where Thomas beat Kashi and Kenny Dykstra, and that was 1 star. Next was the Tables, Ladders, and Chairs Fatal 4-Way where Snitsky beat Jeff Hardy, JTG, and Marcus Corvon. That was 2.5 stars. Next was a handicap 1-on trio where Sabu lost to Bobby Lashley, Mr. Kennedy, and Gregory Helms, 3 stars. And the main event was a Hardcore Fatal 4-Way where Roddy Piper beat CM Punk, The Rock, and The Undertaker, and that was 4 stars. Then we move into SmackDown, and it was 4 stars for the rating. And the first match was the Singles No Manager with Manager where Mick Foley lost to Randy Orton and Edge, and that was 3.5 stars. Next was the Singles No Manager match where Bret Hart lost to John Cena, and that was 4 stars. Next was the Cruiserweight Championship Hardcore match where Johnny Nitro lost the Cruiserweight Championship to Terry Funk. That was 4 stars. Next match was a Hardcore Tornado Tag match where Ken and Sami lost to King Booker and Umaga. That was 4 stars. And the main event was the United States Championship First Blood match where Ric Flair retained the United States Championship against Triple H, and that was 4.5 stars. So the last week for the month of May we go into, and Raw's show rating was 3.5 stars. The first match was a ladder match where Diesel lost to Regal. That was 1 star. Next was a triple threat match where Tashira beat Ashley and Alex. That was 1 star. Next was a tag team tornado tag match where Batista and Robert beat Chavo and Elijah. That was 2 stars. Next was an elimination tag normal tag where Shawn Michaels, Shad, and the Great Khali lost to Carlito, Finlay, and Mark Henry. That was 2.5 stars. And the main event was a steel cage triple threat pin and give up where Rey Mysterio beat Rick Rude and Stone Cold, and that was 4 stars. Then we move into ECW, and the rating was 3.5 stars. Didn't have match 1. Match 2 was a tables, ladder, and chair where Fatal 4-Way where Kashi beat Kenny, Gabriel, and Matt Morgan. That was 1 star. Next was a Hardcore Tornado Tag match where JTG and Jeff Hardy lost to Marcus Corvon and Snitsky. That was 3 stars. Next was a handicap 1-on trio where Sabu lost to Bobby Lashley, Mr. Kennedy, and Gregory Helms. That was 3 stars. And the main event was a tables, ladder, and chair tornado tag match where The Rock and Roddy Piper beat The Undertaker and CM Punk, and that was 4 stars. And the last one I'm going to show for today is SmackDown's rating, and that was 4 stars. Next, the first match was a Hardcore Singles match where Mick Foley lost to Edge and Randy Orton. That was 4 stars. Next was a Cruiserweight Championship single where Johnny Nitro beat Terry Funk, 4 stars. Next was the United States Championship Tables, Ladders, and Chairs single where Ric Flair lost to Triple H. That was 4 stars. Next was a Hardcore single with Manager. With Manager was Umaga and King Booker beat Sandman and Kane. That was 4 stars. And the main event was a World Heavyweight Championship match where John Cena regained the title against Bret Hart, and that was 4.5 stars. Well, that's it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back with more later. Rate, subscribe, comment. Peace.